What's going on, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Player Profile. This time we're with one of the Falcons seniors in Ayla Ray, the ace of bases, as I like to call her, one of the batting average leaders and the home run leaders this year for the Falcons. Ayla, how are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Not doing too bad. I've been asking the other teammates of yours this question too. What are you doing to try to stay warm with all the Mother Nature that's going on outside that's canceling games?
Yeah, definitely cooped up in the house right now.
You talk about this season, talk about senior year. We talked a little bit about basketball, about how you had to take on that leadership role. How's it transition into softball too? You're only one of two seniors, so I know a lot of players are looking up to you. What's it been like for you to kind of take on that leadership role in softball?
Yeah, I've really tried to be a role model to the underclassmen and just on and off the field, just taking that leadership role, just trying to lead everyone on the right path.
You've always been a player, I feel like, even back to your freshman year, you've always kind of feel like a no excuses type of player. So when you see the loss that happens against Canfield too, I know you guys bounce back real quickly from it. From a senior standpoint, what are you saying to your teammates after experiencing maybe a little bit of a setback in the season to be able to bounce back as quickly as you guys did?
Yeah, definitely had to face a little bit adversity, but just coming back strong, keep working, not giving up on ourselves, even though we had one minor little flaw in our game.
Talking about basketball experience and how you were able to be the leader, one of the leaders on that team too. Did that experience kind of help you going into softball? And what have you taken away from your basketball experience being one of the leaders of that team and brought it into softball?
Yeah, I've just it's helped me grow a voice in the game, both games on and off the field and court, just having a voice and being able to help people out.
You talk about having that voice too, and starting to build that confidence within yourself too, of being a vocal leader as well as a lead by performance type leader. When you talk about when you choose to be vocal, and I know when you choose to, typically a lot of the people choose to listen to. When are the points, I guess, that you pick and choose to be vocal? When are you looking to be a vocal leader? When are you looking to be a lead by example type leader?
Just the whole game, trying to be a vocal leader, trying to keep everyone's heads up, stay focused in on the game, and just always try to lead by example. If I'm not doing the best, just keep everyone's heads in the game and make sure they're playing their best.
You've been on quite a home run tear as of late. I think three straight games you've homered in, and you've been getting inside the park home runs. You've been getting out over the fence home runs too. Talk about just your success at the plate too. I know you said you were starting off a little bit in a slump. You've gotten right out of that, and you're back into the hot streak too. What did it take for you to start finding your swing and starting to find the power stroke again?
Yeah, I've got back in with my hitting coach Bob Smith a lot recently and just working on my mechanics, working on my swing and putting in the work.
You've kind of experienced all kinds of the rise of this softball team. I mean, go back to your freshman, sophomore year, all the way until now. When you talk about winning a state championship last year and coming in with the expectations that the team has this year, what's it been like to kind of play with those expectations? Is there a little bit of pressure that comes along with it? How do you deal with it?
Yeah, there's definitely some pressure coming off of such a great season, but we just all have to keep our heads leveled and just don't get over and above and play game by game.
It's funny because the story with the basketball season was you guys were looking for that success once again, get back to creating that name for Fitch basketball. Name has already been established for Fitch softball. Is there a mentality switch for you going from basketball to softball, or does it stay the same? And how do you keep it consistent through the sports if it is?
No, the mentality is mostly the same. Just keeping a level head, keep playing as hard as possible, just keep improving every game.
Was there pressure taken off of you knowing that you had the college checked off the list going to YSU and knowing you're going to have a home at the next level?
Yeah, it definitely took some pressure off, but also there's still pressure of just being as successful as I could possibly be.
Now I know you had a choice of colleges around the area. We've talked about this before, and we talked about why you wanted to stay local. But what was it about the YSU coaches? What was it about the facilities? What was it about YSU in general that made you say this feels like home?
Yeah, this facility is very nice. Being able to play on the field the past couple of years has been great. Getting feel the field. Just all everyone was just so nice when I came in, and I just enjoyed it.
You're also going to have another really good local softball player in Isabella Meyer too, as a teammate and a roommate. You talk about the local talent that is going to YSU. It feels like you guys are kind of starting another revolution over there. Talk about what's bringing all these players to YSU and what you feel like that's going to be like in your college experience with all the talent.
Yeah, I just think it's a very friendly environment. There's a lot of skill there, and they work really hard there at what they do. So I just think it's a great home for us.
Looking at your senior year, though, before you close the book on high school, what are the things that you are looking to do? Obviously, state championship, I think, is on the mind of everyone on the team, and that's a goal to repeat there. But what are some personal goals for you that you're looking to try to check mark this season before the end of the regular season campaign?
Definitely just keep playing my same game that I've been playing my last couple of years. Definitely keep my batting average up there and just play as a team this year.
Do you have any goals for the collegiate level yet that you're starting to set for yourself to try to strive for?
No, I'm just gonna go as I go with
Just
the
kind of
flow.
go with the flow, go day by day. I love it too. It's worked out for you as well. Let's talk about this season and how you guys have played. Another successful start too, but a little bit ways to go before you get to that playoff push. What are some things you guys are looking to do now, midpoint of the season, going into midpoint to the second half of the year?
Yeah, we really just need to clean up our little mistakes that we've made the past couple games. We've still had a pretty strong start, but we just need to keep working at it.
Looking at you having your younger sister playing with you on softball as well, you get to bat right behind her, and you two are tearing it up at the top of the order. What's it been like to have this one season with younger sis before you close the book on high school?
Yeah, it's great. Not many get to have the experience of playing with their siblings, so it's great that I get to not only see her at home, but I get to share the court with her too.
Do you give her any of those the elbows in the dugout too? Is there a little bit of competitiveness between the Ray sisters on the team?
Oh, it hasn't been too bad recently. We'll see as the year goes on.
I want to talk about your first chapter inside of softball too. We were talking about a lot of the senior chapters. Where did softball begin for you? I know you had some big relationships with Sid and everything early on, and that kind of evolved. But what are some of the earliest memories you have in the sport of softball?
Definitely playing at Mill Creek Park when I was younger, just playing slow pitch or coach pitch and hitting a home my first like inside the park home run at Mill Creek.
Was that the moment you fell in love with softball, or was there another moment that kind of sticks out in your mind that made you say, "I want to keep doing this"?
No, that Mill Creek League really got me in love with it.
When did the dream of becoming a college softball player really start to set in for you and become a realization that this could actually happen for you?
I think freshman year I kind of got at it more. I was always a basketball and softball girl, and I never knew which one I wanted to pick. So I think my freshman year is when it sparked.
So when you talk about having both of those on the seesaw, right? Which one was gonna win or balance out, right? What made softball what made you kind of lean the softball way instead of basketball?
I just think I like the softball atmosphere better than the intense basketball atmosphere.
You talk about the atmosphere of this team, and I feel like you guys are extraordinarily unique in the way you guys prepare and the way you guys play. And you guys, I think, are setting a new standard and a new way of how certain teams are even approaching the sport of softball at the high school level. What's it like for you to be part of that standard and that standard that I feel like is continuously rising with Fitch? And how are you as a personal player trying to raise that standard? Because it's the players that do it, not coaches can only say so much, but the players have to set that standard.
Yeah, I think we all know our standard. We all have set goals for ourselves and just keep working at all of our goals and we'll be successful.
How do you work with your goals while also being a team player? Because I know it's a very team first mindset too. Do you just wait for the goals to kind of come along the way? Are you striving for those? How do you kind of balance that out?
It definitely comes up in my head sometimes of what I want to try to do, but ultimately it's what the team needs to do and whatever works for the team is what works for me.
What was the experience like of winning a state championship? I mean, so many girls at the high school level dream of doing that. Only a few get to accomplish it. What was it like for you to do that in your junior year? And what was it like coming back this season with, I guess, a target on your guys' back now?
Yeah, it was an undescribable feeling. I replay my home run every chance I get. I It runs through my head. Me and Kylie were actually just watching the state game today, so it's just an unspeakable feeling, and I don't think anything will ever feel like that again.
When you talk about that moment, I mean, you got to talk about being on cloud nine. Did it feel real in the moment? Were you so locked in? Do you remember it fondly? How? I mean, run me through it real quick.
I remember walking up into the box and just after getting on base to a bunt, after striking out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna get a hit. And I just saw the ball through and I was astonished that it went over.
No doubter as well. And what an exciting moment. I'm excited for what you can continue to do this year, Ayla, as one of the leaders of this team. Real quickly, I want to give you the opportunity to, before we let you go, to shout out some of your support systems, shout out some of those that have been with you throughout this softball journey.
Yeah, my parents have been through everything with me. My little sisters, Tommy Watts, Bob Smith, and just all my high school and travel coaches.
What's the favorite dugout snack?
Um, Favorite dugout snack. I'm more of a energy drink girl, so I always have a C4 on me. And then if anyone else has snacks, I'll chip
You're the snack
by
stealer. What's the go-to C4 flavor?
pink Starburst.
That's the only one that's good anyway, in my opinion. Let's talk about your favorite. Well, your walk-up song. What made you choose the walk-up song this year?
Um, I was still debating on it. I debate on changing it in every game, so I just nothing peaks my sophomore year walk up song. I don't think.
What are some softball superstitions that you have, if any?
Me and me and Maddie last year would always do a little C4 thing, but now me and Morgan carry on the transition of drinking the C4s or the energy drinks before each game.
Final question for you. What's some advice you'd give to a younger softball player that maybe he's going through the struggles, maybe going through a slump, about sticking with it, why you stuck with it, and how you turned out?
Yeah, just to never give up, always keep working. Everyone's gonna struggle at some point, and just it's how you overcome it.
Ayla, we are so excited for what you can continue to do this senior season. We're excited for what you're going to be able to do over at YSU, as we here at Your Sports Network are always rooting for the Rays too. As this has been another edition of Player Profile with the ace of bases herself, Ayla Ray.